Friends, we're going to do reading because of your ass, and they want to know what the deal is with New York now and this new elected Mamdani as the mayor of New York. And my opinion, very dangerous individual because he does not believe in the same ideologies as we do as Americans. So anyway, we're going to do Lenormand 5 cards. Let's see, one, two, three, 4, 5. Top row represents what they need you to believe, right? And then the bottom row here is what they actually are going to do. So that's how we're going to read this. The cards were shuffled and they're picked randomly. So the energy from the universe, I asked to show us some insight into what is really going on in this whole New York situation and why. And we're going to find out. And then we're going to follow up maybe with another tarot spread to see the energy that the tarot will give us. So we're going to kick it off with Lenormand here. And with New York, and the theme is 20. It's a new social club. So it's really around bringing together fundamentalists of his to push the ideologies throughout the city. So you're going to look at a transformation, and this will spread out to the networks, people, networks, connections, communications, going to spread out into the rest of the United States. We have to be very careful. So this play is really one to help them bring about the caliphate. That's what they want you to believe. It's in plain sight. They're not hiding anything whatsoever, which I find quite odd. Okay. Then you see, boy, this is him, the queerness. So he will have stability. Stability, who will? He will. He will bring this change, and it'll be strong. It'll be firm, rooted. So it's like a grassroots movement. He will bring and he will rise up his constituents across the United States. So this is really like a red light to go. And it's going to change the hearts of the people because the communication is coming out of these individuals is so reckless and anti-American that it's going to change the heart of those who unfortunately voted for this man because he's a king now, a tyrant that now maintains total control. And his control comes from his belief system, Islam. Dangerous. That's why you see the bear and they marry together. And him with the heart, he's a king. He controls the emotions now. He's in full charge. There is no going back. I find this alarming, and I find this quite saddening that people were so deceived and duped into voting for their own demise. That's what I'm seeing now. You can disagree all you want, but I want you to go study Islam and get back to me. Okay? We can do that. Now, what they're really doing, this is the reality down here, right? This is what they want you to believe. And they're showing you there's nothing hidden here. And then below, you see the child. So they're bringing in something new, a fundamental transformation, something Obama said. And this is the play. He's the change. He's the new uprising to bring in a different regime in the United States and start with New York. And the problem with New York, the biggest scare tactic, it's not even a scare tactic, the biggest threat to the West is the fact they control the ports. They control the financial institution. That's the heart of American finances in New York. And so they're bringing this new, young, radical ideology. Boy, the ship. And they're going to bring in their people. Didn't I used to say the ports a minute ago? They control it. And what's the ship? The ship's moving towards this new long-term energy, which is Islam. Thousands of years it's been in play. And they're going to bring it here. And they're going to rise it up. It's going to be very radical and young, which is going to bring them happiness. That changes the way New York messages to the world, because with this move that they've done, it's almost as if they have shown the Islamic world that they have now conquered the United States. That's the new message coming across. So it's a heartwarming message for them. And they'll now have their networks start speaking. You're going to start seeing a lot more movement in New York and around the country where it's more pushing Sharia type of ideology, because now they have the power to do so because they think, because nobody stopped it, they can now do what they want with people don't realize is that the Democrats, people like Bernie Sanders and whatnot, support this guy. And you have to understand that once Islam takes hold, people like Sanders are finished. And the women in power are finished. They cannot be allowed to run. The individuals who are woke are finished. The LGBT community is finished. Just go and research what they do overseas. It will happen here because nobody is stopping. This is a very dangerous play here. And they're showing you in the top line, nothing's hidden. In the bottom line, they're showing you that they're going to bring their people, bring their message to the United States. It'll be rooted here for a long time, and it's going to change the way things are done. It's changing the demographic. It's going to make them happy because they're able to conquer our nation. And it's going to be done through a radical agenda, reckless. Remember, Mamdani even said, I listened to him the other day, that he wants to release all the people from prison because they're not violent. So they break into your house. That's not violence. Come on now, that's not violence. Rip off a store. That is not violent. They shouldn't be in prison. The DA who put them there are violent. He wants to defund the police. Radicals. Because he controls it all. It's almost like this is like a communication card. But see, he controls the communication now. The bear on top of the birds. Then you have the tree, long-term growth by bringing people overseas. It's just through immigration. And the immigration is going to be forever. You're not going to be able to change it because he's going to overrule with the caliphate mentality. And if you notice, they're starting to now take more and more positions in the Democratic Party, probably rhinos too. And they're seizing control and they're calling it socialism, but it's not. It's actually Islam. And Islam is a dangerous ideology that's based on war and politics and law called the Quran. Okay? That's what's going on. That's what I'm seeing through Lenormand. Now, that just pulls some tarot cards here to kind of see the energy, how it aligns with this reading here. And drop your thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking. You know, it ain't looking good though, my friends. I'm going to pull out just a mini cross here for this. And King of Wands upside down. That's a tyrant. So the whole energy sitting on top of this Lenormand reading I did for you is in plain sight. And they're going to force control. And the King of Wands is flipped. That's his desire. And it's reckless. He's a tyrant. And the Queen of Swords is the energy on top that's blocking it. Who's the Queen of Swords? It means that people have to stand up against it or it isn't stopping. That's the only way this gets shut down, is if the people rebel. Because this guy is a tyrant. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. And the only way to stop it is the Queen of Swords. She's got to rise up and beat him at his own game. Okay? Now, how did we get here? 8 of Cups. People thought that the rent increases and the billionaires weren't being taxed for whomever, right? And that they had to have something new. So they walked away from what? The 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They walked away from something that could have brought goodness to a new 2 decision, which brought them this 8 of Cups, which is going to actually lead to their heartache. Because there's nothing now left in New York for them. They put in power a tyrant. So they thought it was bad, and they thought they're going to something sunny, see how the card is, but they're not. They're walking into their own demise because the sun is for Islam, the crescent moon. It's funny how this card plays out. And the outcome is the Page of Cups, pure gluttony. He's going to rape and pillage the New York, the residents. So there's something Islam calls the jizya tax. What that is that if you're a infidel, you're paying a tax. And if you don't pay it in the Middle East, you're taken care of. You understand what I'm saying? You'll be swimming with the fishes. That's how it works. And the Page of Cups shows that gluttony, shows that reckless behavior, taxation without representation. He's talking about having stores funded by taxpayers. Gluttony. That's the future of New York. It's going to be demolished. There'll be nothing left. Because people didn't do their homework. They didn't study. They wanted something different. The 8 of Cups. This whole election of his was an emotional play. But it's going to take a Queen of Swords, shrewd and sharp, to shut it down. And who is she? That's freedom. That's patriots. That's people who understand what's happened that wants to turn it around. I'm not going to say any more on that. Not here. Not today. And what is known is a Page of Swords is that this guy will do anything for his cause. He'll cut down anything to move it forward. The Page of Swords is a very young, right? He's young, very young individual, but reckless. They're immature. They're impulsive. Remember, sword is air. Okay? Air is swift, and that blade cuts both ways. There's no mistake. All right? Then when you look at the things in the shadow that you're not seeing is fast communication. He's a double talker. He tells you what you want to hear and does something entirely different. And the card here has a 5 and a 3. So that means that through the communication, he's going to bring demise. And that 8 is something that's going to continue on. It's that engine just keeps pushing the propaganda forward. And unfortunately, the young people are going to continue to believe it. But once they start seeing at play what's going to happen to their city, they're not going to have a celebration. They're going to be mourning the loss of their home. Now, we're going to roll some dice here. We have a 3 again. So it's showing you that this guy is going to bring something new, a transformation. Okay? He'll make decisions that you don't even agree with because it doesn't matter. He does it through 3, communication. He'll use creative speech, sleazy speech to trick the uneducated, to trick the ignorant into believing whatever he pushes. That is what's coming down the pipe in New York. So I'm surprised that both lines were clear. It's showing at the top, nothing's being hidden at all. They're telling you what they're going to do. The bottom line is showing they're going to start bringing over more and more. And by owning the ports and the ship here, you can see in the first position, they can hide weapons, they can hide people, they can hide military age individuals, whatever they want, because they're coming off the ships, off the port. And since he now controls the city, who's going to stop him? If he gets the police force, who's going to stop him? I also heard that the chief, the fire department, I think it was, just resigned because he knows. He knows. Anyway, that's the read. If you enjoyed this, let me know. Drop your thoughts and head over to wordswithtwist.com. I have a lot of study material on reading tarot. I have a lot of deck reviews. Go check it out. Sign up for my newsletter. If you're not a member of the site, sign up as well. I have free and paid. Join either one because there's content that I do share that's not available to the public. Anyway, that's all I have for now. And until next time, hope to see you in my next video. So like, subscribe, drop a comment. See ya.